Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Whether you're watching us live at sktrading.live or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we've got you covered. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen Kalayjian and welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. My goodness gracious. Wow, what a day. First of all, the GDP number came in lighter than expected. Then we had some bullish numbers at 10 o'clock, existing home sales and the PCE number. And the market actually at one point was trading on the lows. S&Ps were down trading at the 54, 55 and a half level. Well, guess where we closed just now? Up 150 handles. 150 points off that low. It was insane. The last 30 minutes from 3:30, the S&Ps were trading 55.35, 55.34 and a half, and they closed all the way up above 5,600. Well, they actually closed below that, but then after hours, Microsoft is up 25. Actually, Microsoft was just trading up 26. Meta looks like great earnings is up 14. Tomorrow we have Apple and Amazon, and Friday we have the employment numbers. But we'll get into that in the second half. But the tell of the tale here was the 60-minute time frame did not reverse the sell. We got sells on the 15 and the 30-minute time frame, and then something interesting happened. We got this rally right after the existing home sales number, and then we had the obviously the PC number, and then from there. We got the 30-minute time frames reversing to buy at around noon. Once those 30-minute time frames reverse to buy, then you look to buy the two pullbacks on the 15. We caught one around 12:30, and then the second one we had longs here, but never did I ever expect almost a 70-point rally on the S&P. Now, it was the end of the month. It was rebalancing. A lot of people, probably all bulled up here. Because the 30-minute time frames reversed. But now, guess what? We got Microsoft up, a big component of the Dow, and we got, and of course, the S&P, and we got Meta up here, another component. Meta's really not acting, coming off the highs here. We saw some really good patterns today in MSTR when the 30-minute time frames reversed to buy. Lilly, we absolutely destroyed it in Lilly on a lot of great shorts and Lilly off the sell divergences. But, again, we're going to be in this range here, like I said. I don't believe we're in a bull market here, like a bull market. The S&Ps right now, I believe we're in this 51, 5,600, 5,680 range, maybe 5,700 range. But in the end, it really is really, truly just the ability to understand that when you have these buy reversals like you did today, like Apple reversed to buy at 2 o'clock, and then what do? You buy the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame. This is one of my most powerful strategies. When the 60-minute time frame's bullish and the 15-minute time frame's bullish, you buy the first pullback on the 15. Now, the difference between the 15-minute time frame let's see here, on the 15, well, both MACDs were positive, but on the 330 pattern, the MACDs were very bullish, and you got that deep oversold condition. Again, this pattern at 330 was the first pullback. Let me see here, 1230. Yeah, that was the second pullback, but a deeper oversold condition on the 15, and boom, absolutely amazing. What a day. What a day. Saw the buy divergences near the lows. I didn't want to take any of them because obviously you're going near the 10 o'clock numbers. Palantir, complete beast. When the 30-minute time frame reversed to buy, again, caught that 1230 pullback, caught the 1230 pullback below 15 and change. Never did I think Palantir was going to run another $3 to $4. Caught a nice long, but I'll show you all these patterns. These were the patterns of the day here. And so really, in all honesty, seeing what we're seeing here now, the market is just shrugging off any type of bad news. The market actually one point shot up about 25 points on the S&P, thinking that the U.S. is now reaching out to China to try to, negotiate some deals here. But in the end, it's all about the fact that I think the lows are in for the year. I said it. I actually posted it. I said if you're, when the markets were below 4,900, I said I'd be looking to buy the world. I did not think that breakout level of 4,800 would be touched. But more importantly, I think what's going to happen here now is we're going to still be in this range. There are two gaps to be filled on the daily charts. I do think those gaps somehow get filled between now and the third quarter. And then I think we go up and away, and I think we go to new highs. So many technicians, there's one in particular, I'm not going to mention the person's name, was so freaking bearish on the lows, calling for 2,500, if I'm not mistaken, on the S&Ps. I don't see things like that. I see what's before me based upon my technicals, my monthly chart, still very bullish. The weekly reverse to buy now on my on the ETFs on the bigger time frame, the dailies. So now only thing I'm looking for is a pullback to make a higher low and look for another push up. All right, so let me just show you these patterns here today. All right, so here's Palantir, PLTR, and I told you this is one of my first of all, you can see that the 60-minute time frame was bullish, just like the rest of the market. At one point today, the 60-minute time frames were touching to go negative, but they didn't. When Palantir reversed to buy right here at 10:45, it correlated with the 60-minute time frame. This is the first pullback we talked about right here on the 15-minute time frame below 1510, and then we never got another pullback except for the smaller time frames. Looking at the 5-minute time frame right here, there was another good long right at the end of the day, and this was a markup of a lifetime here. All right, and you can see that we had a bunch of little pullbacks here along the way. Now, when you look here and you see the pattern, the 30-minute time, when the 30-minute time frame reverses to buy, and it correlates with the 60 and at 12 o'clock, then you look to buy every pullback on the 5-minute time frame. So basically what happened here is that this 30-minute time frame correlated with the 15 and the 60, and then from 12 o'clock, there really was all the pullbacks here. If you look here at 12 o'clock, you can see here's the pullback, here's the one that we got off the 15, here's another little one. This is a really beautiful one right here at 17, and then it pushes up $1. And then at the end of the day, this was the long that, really set up everything here. If you look here, the spiders, this is the other one. At the end of the day, you can see the oversold condition on the 15-minute time frame after the 30-minute time frame reversed to buy. You can see here, this is the 30-minute reversing to buy, correlating with the 15 and the 60. And then this is the first pullback that we got. S&P's traded down to 55.12 and then ricocheted right back up. And then here's the second one at the end of the day, deeply oversold into the positive MACD. And then look at the Qs, same thing. You can see the Qs, everything reversed to buy on the 30, correlating with the 60-minute. And then you can see Microsoft reverse to buy, correlating with the 60-minute time frame. Now the 30 obviously is going to reverse to buy, and Microsoft will have some really great longs tomorrow on Microsoft and Meta. But then here you can see this is the pullback. Everything lined up at 12:30. 115. And then here's the other pattern at the end of the day, oversold into the bigger positive MACD. Also, if you look at, let's see here, Netflix. Oh my God, Netflix is just a beast. It just never goes down. You can see Netflix at the end of the day right here on Netflix. Netflix is still buy on the 30, on the 60-minute and the 15. So in Netflix, you have what's called the buy disconnect. Okay, so 2 out of the 3. So the 15 and the 60, obviously tomorrow, the 30 is going to reverse to buy. So we'll look to buy the pullback on the 15-minute time frame on Netflix tomorrow. I think the market's going to be all bulled up, especially after the close tomorrow. We have I think Lily's before the opening, and Amazon and Apple are after the close. And then you saw this big, nice pullback here in Netflix right here towards the end of the day. Again, at 3 o'clock, and then you can see they rallied with the imbalance. End of the month, they goosed them up on the markup for the rebalancing on the S&Ps. Tesla, monster day in Tesla. You can see Tesla is going to reverse the buy now. I'll show it to you. But when Tesla got the buy reversal here, obviously Tesla being in the S&P is going to do exactly what the market is going to do, right? So you see here, this is the pullback one, but this is the pullback that we got long on Tesla right here, below the 270, was it 278.5, 278.80, something like that. And then basically it was just a pattern. You can see how everything lined up at that 3 o'clock, 3:30 pattern on the overall market. The diamonds, again, you can see the diamonds, the Dow actually ended up, we were down 2% at one time today. And then you can see the oversold condition on the diamonds right here at the 3:30 time period and the move up. S&Ps right now are trading 56.17. So you think of it though, we were trading 54, 55 and a half. And now this is going to be really good because now we know what we can expect tomorrow. This morning, when those 60-minute time frames were touching to go negative and did not go negative, I knew the market, there was some underlying tones here. And when those 15-minute time frames reversed to buy, that gave me what's called a buy disconnect. 2 out of the 3 time frames went in buy mode. And then obviously when the 30-minute time frames reversed to buy, well, then you look to buy the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame. All right, MSTR was a really good long here today. MSTR reversed to buy on the 30-minute time frame as well. Right here, you can see MSTR reversed to buy on the 30. Couple really great longs here towards the end of the day. Here's one. Here's another one. These were very sharp declines at one point. And you can see the way the market reacted. These first of all, when we got the push down here on the opening, the one thing that saved MSTR on the opening was the 60-minute time frame right here. You can see that the MACDs were positive here. So the push down really saved MSTR, which is really, to tell you the truth, the way MSTR was acting today, you really have to understand that overall, the market really in Bitcoin really was blah. It was at one point trading 93,900, then rallied about 700 points towards the end of the day. But overall, I have to say that in the end, it was a wild day here. Again, it was the end of the day. Within 30 minutes, the S&P futures rallied 70 points. The Nasdaq was trading 19,000, 470. They closed up almost 360 points higher. It's a pretty insane. And I have to tell you, it was just unbelievable day overall. Apple, 30-minute time frame reverses to buy on Apple. Again, I'll show you the condition. Here's Apple. And what do? You buy the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame at the end of the day. And here it is. And you can see how Apple just absolutely launched. Okay. Now, again, I did not expect a 70-point rally. I'm just teaching you the pattern. The pattern is when the 30-minute time frame reverses to buy, and it correlates with the 15 and the 60-minute time frame, you buy the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame. All right. Okay. With that being said, let's see here. Palantir is just a beast. It reports on May 9th. We have right now Avago pushing up here. Avago, unbelievable pattern here today. And Avago at one point, you can see Avago was trading off the 15-minute time frames. The 30 and the 60s were still bullish here. The 30 reversed to buy right here on Avago. And when you get these patterns like this right here, and then you buy the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame, and the 30-minute correlated with the with the 60-minute. And again, I just keep repeating myself. Look at this, 187.93, and it rallies, about $2, and now it's trading up $5 in the post market after the news after the news in Microsoft and in Meta. Meta's up 18 now, pushing up near the highs. Microsoft right near the highs, which was trading 420, now trading 419. All right. With that being said, Lilly tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll get into that. But again, a wild day, well off the lows. The SDSs, the SQQQs, I shorted them on the opening because I thought we were going to get a nice rally and then covered them right before the 10 o'clock number. But when that number came out, it's, a lot of fund managers told me they thought they were going to goose them, and that's why they stayed long most of the day. I was just talking to one of them. But in the end, the math told us once that 30-minute time frame reversed to buy, I actually posted the lows are in for the day on X. I think I posted that like around 11:30 or something like that. And then when that 30-minute time frame reversed, there was no way in hell we were going back near the lows. So whoever sold 54, 55 and a halves, he jumped on the S&P futures. All right. When I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. All right. So tomorrow morning we have Lilly, which I traded Lilly pretty well here today. I mean, there were a couple of good opportunities to go longs, but getting late in the day. Netflix is going to be another big stock to trade tomorrow. Now, Netflix is so overextended, and I wanted to show this to you. Even with the market pushing up here the way they did, this is not really a good sign here. We're 142 points above the 10-bar moving average. Now, the standard deviation is 50. Okay, I told you that, and if I bring you up here on the weekly, right here, we're getting. The weekly is about to go positive into these negative MACDs. Again, look at the gap here on the S&P futures. This gap here, 5,300. All right. Then you have another gap, but I'll bring it over to the spiders. I'm not saying they're going to happen tomorrow, and it's not going to happen tomorrow. But look at these two gaps here. I think these two gaps get filled first, right here and here. All right. Before we go back up. So there's going to be some type of catalyst that's going to push the market down between now and the third quarter, okay, to get the market. I am not bull. Matter of fact, if anything, I'm probably more looking to fade the rally into 5,700, 5,650, 5,700. Let them have them, because I think these two gaps get filled first before we turn back up again. All right. And I think that's going to happen sometime in the early part of the third quarter. Gold, absolutely caboose today, was down 34. Phenomenal pattern in gold. At one point, gold was trading the 31.16 and closed down about 17. But what remarkable patterns in gold. The GLDs reversed the sell on the 60-minute time frame, and then next thing you know, the 5-minute time frame, the bounce at around 320, and that was it, Charlie. All right, so for tomorrow, okay, all right, Lilly in the morning, I'll be really looking forward to that, Lilly, and then at the end of the day, Meta, Apple, and Amazon. But here's what I'm going to expect. Tomorrow, I will be expecting pullbacks on the 15-minute time frame, so look to get long in Microsoft and Meta. Now, when you have big gap ups and big unit, you're probably going to get the first pullback's going to get down to like the 70, 75 range. And then once it gets oversold on the 15, then you look to buy Meta and Microsoft. So you're going to get two good pullbacks on the 15-minute time frame tomorrow on Meta and Microsoft. One is going to just dip right from down to like the 65, 75 range into the big buying pressure, rising ADXs. And then the second one's going to come in, as I showed you on the 330 pattern on the spiders, the deep oversold condition. And I have to tell you, I think that's going to be the tone. Tomorrow on the S&Ps, obviously, they're trading right now 56.22. NASDAQ is trading 19,851. I do think that we're going to look for pullbacks on the 15-minute, maybe even the 30. I don't know yet. It may be tough. 30 may be the following day, but we'll see. My hope is we get a nice pullback off the 15s somewhere between 11:30 and 2 o'clock. Look for pullbacks on a lot of great names here. We'll see what happens with Lilly. It could be a trifecta: Lilly, Microsoft, and Meta, to see if you get nice trades in those for tomorrow. Okay. Again, for tomorrow, I'm looking for the pullbacks on the bigger time frames, and it really was an really unbelievable day today. I'll tell you, I'm just ecstatic the way the markets were, the volatility, the moves. Down 130, up 150 off the lows. It's a freaking casino, okay? All right, when I come back, I want to tell you another great story from the past. So many people, since I started SKTrading.live, so many people from all around the world have brought to my attention and come to me. And, I say this, there's such a learning curve, a real big learning curve. I can't stop who I am. I teach when I can. I'm able to really get into the understanding of each individual. That's why I speak to everybody. I want to be able to get to know them. I want people to know that I'm there for them. But for me, the most important thing is, I want to learn from each and every one of you, and I put the time and effort in. I didn't even have lunch today. I had like a little handful of popcorn, and because I love being here each and every day, and I love it. The passion I have now is beyond. I love trading. I love to be able to help each and every one of you. And for me, there's no greater joy in my life than to be able to guide you and educate you and put you on the right track and to really help change your life. So today, I got someone who called me who said, I'm new, I'm a beginner. And I said, okay, baby steps, just learn the terminology, come on to the live stream, learn. If you want to learn futures, no problem. I'll teach you. Obviously, my chart overlay. There's a process here, right? To learn the 5 conditions, to learn the diversion strategies, to learn the chart overlay, the indicators, the numbers to the right, the terminology, the strategies that go along with the conditions. And then the most important thing is to be able to learn how to scale in and scale out of trades, but more so get acclimated to the software that you're using to execute. That to me is by far, hands down, it. Because so many people struggle. I had a young man, a man here today who actually, a good friend of mine, I let him practice while the markets were live, just clicking, getting used to the matrix and understanding how to put the orders in. But, whether you're a novice, whether you're a beginner, whether you're someone who is experienced, this methodology, I feel, is very strong. It's compelling. And I know that I can definitely teach you and help change your life. It's all about pure mathematics, being able to identify market direction and to be able to see markets go in the direction. All right. I swear to you, I'm telling you, I've been doing this a long time. I spent 10 years of my life building this, and now it's my time to give back and to help each and every one of you. So for the person that I'm referring to who said to me, how long is this going to take to learn? It depends on how much time you have to give me and how much time you have to be committed to wanting to learn. So that is something I wanted to share with each and every one of you. But if you put your mind to it, guess what? You could achieve greatness in trading, and that's my goal each and every day. Thank you for joining me tonight on the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Well, it was bullish today, and I expect more bull tomorrow. And please subscribe to my lives, to my YouTube channel. Please leave a comment. Also, my community of traders from all around the world, if you'd like to go to my website and check it out, it's sktrading.live. You can also follow me on social media at official Stephen Kalayjian on X, Instagram, and TikTok. My cell phone number, 914-500-7484. If anyone wants to text me, please don't leave me a thesis or a million questions. Just say, Steve, please call. I will definitely when I have a chance to give you a call back. Thank you for joining me tonight. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Be well, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live or on your favorite podcast platform. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.